Friends, Guruji had told in the beginning, when he started the classes, that the first day he saw 500 students, and towards the last day he saw 50 somewhere. It has happened here also, but not to that scale, but to a reduced scale. First day we had about 50, today we had about 20 or even less. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It shows how serious we are in learning. Learning is a process which is a very important thing which our country taught the world. Today, all countries have adopted their educational systems and pedagogies. Pedagogy is the method of teaching learning processes. They have developed and come to a system of what is called experiential learning. If you see our one-page folder, which you would have got when you joined our college, one word is always there. Experiential learning is what we have liberty to do in a PGDM course, which we do not have a university affiliated institution for their MBA program. We have that liberty, and it is that liberty which made me get Professor Kulkarni, Professor Neil. I would say Neil, he will be very pleased if I call him like that, otherwise he will take me to task. Why do you do like that? He is so affectionate to our institution. So this experience when learning is about sitting with the Guru. Our one of the Shastras, he referred to Upanishads in his first lecture. He asked the question, what is Upanishad? If you recall, right? You asked that question. Yes. Upanishad, literally it means Upa, Nishadya, Uktihi. There are three words which are put together into a compound word. Upa means near, Nishadya means to sit, Ukti means to state, to say. Upanishadya Uktihi iti Upanishad. That is the definition of Upanishad. In fact, when we learn some of these in the traditional way, we come across that. And that was the way the Guru used to teach the disciples. Parents would take the child when he was 7 or 8 and leave him with the Guru. He has to live with the Guru's family. Parents will forget about him till the Guru says, your son or your daughter has graduated. Son and daughter had equal rights during the time of Upanishads. Both male and female had equal rights. No caste, creed or religion. There was no distinction. It was only the learning. The earnestness to learn, the eagerness to learn was the student's job. The more to teach and more to learn also was the job of the teacher. The teacher has to learn more. The students have to learn all that the teacher knows. That was the process. They had to sit together. The student would work for the house of the Guru because he was part of that house, part of the family. And he would experience all the things the life does. How to look for the food, how to get the food from the forest. Even that he had to learn in the Guru's house. How to cook the food he had to learn. How to prepare the bed for the Guru and his wife and family and his senior students. Everything he had to learn. In addition to that, he would learn beginnings from the senior students and gradually he would graduate to learn from Guru Mukhena. That was Upanishads. That was the experiential learning system which India had taught. Unfortunately, about 300 350 years back. The Britishers wanted clerks for their people because nobody from England was coming to work for their clerk. One guy by name Macaulay said, here the people, the Brahmins are the fellows who are teaching and all that, they are quick to learn, teach them English and all that. So this is how it all started. And he introduced the English system and the present system, and also making them coolies, educate them, make them as laborers for the government. This was the system, and that is the system which we have been following for the past 300 years. How can we have experiential learning? On the other hand, in the past 300 years, including Britain, China, USA, all other countries, they have introduced their own systems, their own pedagogies, their own methods of learning. And if you look at the methods of learning, most of them are similar to our Gurukula system. No class in the US can have more than 30 students. If there are more than 30 students, it will be split into two sections. The same guru will have 2 times, 2 sessions. He will repeat the classes. This is the system. But we have classes where 60 students, 80 students, 100 students. What can we learn? What is the contact between the teacher and the taught? So the processes are losing. We expect some lecture is given, we expect the student to learn. There is no contact, there is no interaction, it won't be learned. But we saw in the 4 days of demo, which Neil did, that experience in learning happening. I sat here only yesterday and today. I had some other things. One gentleman who was my previous boss, he passed away. So I had to be there yesterday and for a part today also. So I had no other go except to go there and then come back. Except for that, I have sat most of the time. I learned what Neilji is doing. He has given you, he has made you participate. Only thing is, I felt the questioning should have been more from your side. The more the questioning came, the more the clarification of doubts you would have had. The method he used, he is not using modern technology to teach. Did you see? Most of it he has not used except 1 or 2 things there. Audio he would put. Audio is only for direction. Instead of him repeating, only a recorded thing he used in the practical sessions. Otherwise, he was not showing anything here. It is, it is not the modern technology that can teach. It is the way we communicate with the audience. That is most important. It is not putting something. Always slides are available these days. Get from internet, put some slides. Whether the teacher understands it or not, he will put slides. He will read it. The students will read it. He will give www.soandso.com, nonsense.com. From there, nuisance has come to tease your mind, and the mind will be vacant as it was earlier. That is not the way of teaching. That is not the way of learning. Anyway, unfortunately, that is what is happening. If a teacher shows something there and sees that is experiential learning, that is not it. You go to Harvard University, how many use this kind of presentation? Your PowerPoint presentation, hardly 5% of the people use it in institutions like the Harvard University. I have seen it myself. So, this being the situation, don't be carried away by technology. That is not the process which will make you learn. In making the learning, you have to apply your mind. So, to sum up what is said, you means, I means, every individual means, most of it is mind. Body is only the physical part. The physical part should be fit in order to keep the mental part going. But 90%, 95% it is the mind which is important. And he said the mind can exist in 4 states. The 4 states are the sleep states, the awakened state, the dream state, and then the samadhi state. 4 states, he said. And the awakening state is the one wherein these teaching learning processes can take place. And the sleep state, in sleep state also, some learning takes place. You may not be knowing, modern psychology has taught it. Why modern psychology? 5,000 years ago, our rishis said it. Some of the rishi, one rishi was there, his name was Ashtavakra. When he was in his mother's womb, Vedas were being told in the ashram, he learnt all that. When he became a child, he was born very ugly. He had 8 organs which were not formed properly. That is why he was called Ashtavakra. His 8 organs were bad. That Muni turned out to be one of the greatest Munis. Ashtavakra Samhita is considered as a great piece, great treatise on several aspects. So that man, he became great even at a very young age because what he had learnt when he was in the mother's womb had gone into his brain. Even today psychology says that. Anyway, these are all details. And he said mind is important. In fact, one of my teachers who came from London long back, I studied in a mission school, he used to tell, a station master minds the trains. Railway station master, he has always the moving trains in his mind. Whereas a school master trains the minds. So this makes all the difference. And he has trained the mind and created an awakening in our mind. He has told us how to dream for a better future. In fact, you should train the mind by various means. He has told the methods of how you can concentrate, how you can improve your memory, how you can improve your sleep, and he has also told a few things about the physical exercises through which you can keep your body fit. At the same time, he has not forgotten to mention the most important thing, the limits. Each mind has its own limitation, each body has its own limitation. You should identify the limits. You should identify what you want first and what you want to be first. Knowing the details of what you want to be, you train your mind as well as body like that, you will succeed in life. That is the essence of Adiyoga, what he has said. If I am correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
That's what he has said to sum up, and it is wonderful that he came all the way for 4 days and trained you all. We are very grateful to you. On behalf of Diti Bihaya, I thank Sultan ji. On behalf of all of you, I want Suprita to come here. Please come. Very good. So come. Come join me. What is this? With me? Suprita, can become what you want. Okay? Yoga will teach us. Be in contact with Kulkarni ji. Right? May God bless you. Good. So thank you, Niji. Wonderful.
So,
And we have the practical session.